B.O.S.S Radio Network.
Beauty's in the eye. We complicate things when all along it's just perfect as it is. Beauty is from within. It's how you feel, not as how others see you. Skincare shouldn't be complicated. She's the Boss believes skincare should be nurturing, easy to use, smell delicious, feel refreshing, and look incredible. She's the Boss Cosmetics and Skincare brings you our botanical-based skincare line that's gentle, uncomplicated, and extremely effective for men, women, and youth. Feel confident and radiate a power glow that flows from the inside out. Exude an assurance that extends from the home into the conference room. Visit us at www.shes-the-boss.com or call us at 866-494-5945 to get yours today.
Yeah, that's the sound of today's business community. It's a dog-eat-dog world and only the strong survive. The challenge is navigating the ever-changing business environment to put your business in the forefront. So how does your business keep up with the changes? That's where She's the Boss Network comes in. She's the Boss Network is an internet media network that's been helping businesses like yours get the exposure that you're looking for at reasonable cost by way of radio and video. They'll help you stay successful by navigating change and seeing the big picture. After She's the Boss Network analyzes your business and marketing strategies, you'll start to see a media presence like you've never seen in your business before. And She's the Boss Network doesn't stop there. They use their findings to create a practical plan of action, a plan that will get your business from where you are to where you need to be. There you go. Lock those dogs up for good by giving She's the Boss Network a call at 866-494-5945, extension 101, or by checking their website at shesthebossradio.com. Again, that's 866-494-5945, extension 101, or shesthebossradio.com.
We don't break the laws. We just make up our own. The internet's best choice for music. She's the Boss Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to She's the Boss Radio Network, 24/7, 7 days a week. Focus on topics to build, strengthen, inspire, as well as motivate men, women, and youth from the homes to the conference room and around our communities. I am your host, Lakita, along with my fabulous co-host.
Good evening, everybody. So glad that you could join us on Unboxed. We're glad that you're here again with us to share in our giving, because we have something to give to you tonight.
Yes. So we thank you all for tuning into the show, and we definitely invite you to be a part of the show by calling us at 443-272. What is wrong with me tonight? 272-5922. Joining us on shesthebossradio.com or listening to us on tunein.com, Google, Alexa, and Siri by saying, "Hey, play She's the Boss Radio," or check us out on Shoutcast. Also, if you go out to our website, you'll actually see the various platforms that you can tune into to listen to tonight's show. But go out to our Facebook page, She's the Boss Radio, Twitter, where She's the Boss Radio without the O, IG, we're WSTBRN, Twitch and Tumblr, we're WSTBR. Wow, sometimes that is a heck of a mouthful.
I see that you were about to give them your personal number there.
Was it? No. No.
You said 44.
No, it's 443. Yeah, I ain't crazy. No.
Not the personal number.
Get the personal number out.
Y'all get the office number first. So tonight we're going to have a wonderful show. You know, we're always bringing special guests. Y'all know I always find a new good girlfriend somewhere. Yes. I do. And so before we go into tonight's show, just want to kind of chit chat a little bit with my co-host, because you've been MIA this week. So I was about to put a smoke signal out for you. I was like, wait a minute, I'm getting concerned.
No, my daughter did the same thing. So silly of me. Okay. You know, like I said, I do have another job. So anyway, I'm at work and I'm getting off from work, and I'm always trying to make sure I have my three things with me: my purse, my keys, and my phone. Those are the three things. If I leave anything behind, I'm not even concerned. I have the three major things: my transportation to get home, ID, and like I said, my phone, so I have a connection with whomever or whatever, if
Okay.
in case of emergency. So this particular day, that's why I tell you, don't rush, take your time. So this particular day, I didn't use my phone at all that whole day, but I had taken my phone out of my purse and laid it on my desk.
Okay.
But unfortunately, not thinking, I had covered it with a folder.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
And like I said, I never used the phone. So when I was leaving out, I didn't see it on my desk. And I was in my mind assuming it was in my purse. I saw my purse. I had my keys. So I go out to my car. I get to my car and I'm thinking, okay, then I went into my purse and I didn't see my phone. I said, did I leave my phone? But I didn't have it all day. I know I didn't use it all day. Go back into my office. I didn't see it on my desk. Like I said, I saw the folder, but I didn't pick the folder up. I saw it no. So I said, I must have left it at home. I know exactly where it is because I put it in the same spot when I get home. If I'm home, because to charge it up. So anyway, I get home. Sure enough, it's not there. I didn't panic or anything because it's only two places.
Look, I did. I was like, where is she?
As far as where my phone was at.
Right.
I didn't panic, as far as the phone. I said, well, nobody's going to be able to get in touch with me today. That's all I can say.
Uh-huh.
But of course, in the midst of all this, you always then realize, I want to do something, or I'm going to get on my phone. Oh, I don't have it.
Yeah.
You got that kind of thing. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to call. Oh, I can't,
Yep.
So it was that thing. Though I was going back and forth a little bit myself. Like I said, I wasn't panicked about where I knew where
Yeah.
it was.
So we get so caught up in having our technology. When I forget my phone, I feel naked. Like, it's like, the good part is I know my phone number and I know my husband's phone number. I don't know nobody else's. So it's like, I don't know nobody else.
It is kind of sad.
in trouble.
Well, wait
I
a
only have
minute.
few
I'm impressed.
numbers.
First of all, you were able to not get on your phone while you were at work.
Yeah, I'm very impressed.
I'm impressed at that.
No, no.
Yeah, I'm
When-
very
most time
impressed.
when I get focused and stuff like that, most time I can put it to the side.
Yeah,
No,
very
I'm
impressed,
gonna
'cause
go ahead. I
peek.
can't. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I'm missing something. Something happening.
Something
now.
is going on.
Right. So that is crazy. I'm like, where is she now? Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to go. Wait a minute. I'm gonna go find her.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
So how was your day?
My day was good. It was a busy day. Busy day.
Good.
I think they're trying to
Wait,
make
I'm
sure they
saying
get their
good,
money
but-
plus.
You're right. I'm saying good, but was that really good? Okay, but it made the day go fast.
But it was a
though.
good day. It was a
Yeah.
good day. It really was. Like I
Yeah.
said, I got everything done, so I'm pleased and happy with that. But yeah, they got their money's plus.
Yeah.
You got their money's worth today.
Yeah. Yeah. You really went to work today.
But they do
You
get
really
their money
went to work
all the
today.
time.
Right.
But I mean, they was
Did
doing
they
the plus
really
on the day.
right? So I'm super excited because I've had a ton on my plate. My day was full. I can't get with this daylight savings. Whoever thought of it ain't nothing
No.
but the devil. Because
Yeah.
this is crazy.
I'm still
It's like
adjusting.
as soon as you get caught up, it's like the time goes back. So now I'm like all over the place, and it just seems like the day escapes you so fast. Everything
Yes.
is over before noon. I'm sitting there today. I did oversleep. I overslept today, and I jumped up, took my shower, didn't get dressed, but I was like, okay, I got stuff to get done before I go into the office. And before I knew it, I heard the lady tell my husband, "Oh, it's time for lunch." I'm like, what? It was time went fast, but I was so engrossed in doing what I was doing, I didn't get a chance to really the day it zoomed by. So. Super excited, as you know, got a whole bunch on my plate. I'm excited because we talked last week about, doing some things and, not being apologetic for the things that we're doing. So, last week we kind of talked about the word sorry and how
we
often we use it and do we really mean it and why do we use it and does it even hold the weight that it used to have? Back in the day, we would say sorry and tears would roll and you kind of felt like that person was genuine. But today it's like people just like, oh, I'm sorry. And it's like, okay, well, for what? Like what? Like, why are you sorry? Do you know why you're sorry? So this week I wasn't sorry. I had some stuff to get done. So I have been able to get them done, but it's causing some sleepless nights, which is for me. It kind of makes me feel like the way things used to be in the beginning. You got things, just all these ideas just bubbling, and you just kind of like want to get this stuff done. And it's like, before you know it, time goes by so fast. And then you go to bed. And then before you know it, because time then, lost an hour, it's time to get up and do it all over again. So it's good though. I mean, because it's like I feel like I'm growing. It's like we talk about the seasons changing, and it's springtime. So it's time for some new things to happen and some growth to happen. And I feel like that's what's happening right now in my space. But it could be a little crazy because I know it's like a bowl of spaghetti in my world right now. But this is, I think, for the first time I can actually see some progress, right? Like I can literally see some tangible progress where I know it's going to take forever not forever, because we have a guest in the room tonight. So I'm going to introduce her, but I'm talking to her because you all, like, unless you're looking at the show, you won't know that somebody else here besides Pam. But I'm working on the new site, and so it's been funny because it's causing me to tap into the things that I used to do, and then learn some new stuff, right? So today was good because I was playing with some code today. And I was like, girl, you ain't messed with this stuff in a long time. But it was good because I kind of laughed at myself. It's like, girl, but you know how to do it. So it's like getting back. It's crazy because I'm getting a little taste of yesterday and a little taste of tomorrow. So it's like, this is really, really good. And I think it's that spark and that fire that I needed to kind of just say, you know what? You still on the right track. Keep going. Don't look back. You got to stay focused, right? So super excited about that because the site is definitely coming together. Actually, both. Both, because we totally lost the She's the Boss site. And then that part, I don't want to say it's completed because it's not, but I'm adding stuff to it.
Okay.
Then there's the makeup side. And that part was never completed. So I'm excited. Like, I was like, okay, it's a lot going on. It's a method to my madness. Somebody told me yesterday that, girl, you need to make a mad scientist t-shirt. I said, because I would wear it proudly. I am definitely that.
There you go.
Definitely that. Yeah. So I'm good. I'm not apologizing for it. How about that? I'm not sorry. How they say sorry? Not sorry. Yeah, that's where I am.
We talked about that on our last, conversation that we had last week. We were saying that sorry seems to be when people do say, I'm sorry, and they don't, complete it.
Right.
They'll just say, I'm sorry, and there's a period there, but we never resolve an issue that way by not discussing what it is and finding out, what I may have said or did that caused that other person to feel the way they felt. It's not that we always going to agree,
Right.
but that we get to try to get an understanding of where that person is coming from.
Yeah.
And therefore, like I said, you just say, I'm sorry. And when we say there's a period there, there's nothing to go forward from that point on.
So we're going to take our first break of the evening. I'm super excited because Pam, it just kind of gave you a little overview of what we talked about last week, but it kind of rolls into what we're going to talk about this week also. Yeah. And then, like I say, I'm always bringing a super bad sister to the show. So I'm super excited about our guest that we're going to be bringing in and having a discussion about what she got going on in this project that I was into today. She about to get me all up in trouble because I'm like, what in the what? It's going to be hard to really have a conversation about this without actually telling what's going on. So we're going to keep y'all on the edge of y'all seat. But we'll be right back after this break. We'll be right back.
You could listen to one of those other stations, but what would your friends think? You could listen to one of those other stations, but what would your friends think?
Hey, I'm Jenny James for Neatly Done Carpet Cleaner. You've probably been home a lot more. Maybe you have kids like me who spill all the time, and you've noticed that your carpet's not looking so good. Why don't you call Neatly Done Carpet Cleaner? They use a dry extraction service, so you won't have wet carpet all day long, and you can get back to doing the things you love with your family immediately. And it's a way to make your room healthier while improving your indoor air quality. You can do tile, slate, granite, ceramic, area rugs, and yes, they're pet friendly too. Why don't you get a free, no obligation estimate today? NeatlyDoneSanAntonio.com.
Bored with the traditional wedding, birthday, or special occasion celebrations? Do you feel like you just don't want all of the pressure of coordinating your own event? Do your friends all seem to become professional event planners for your memorable moments? Are you thinking of getting engaged and want a romantic way of doing it? Let us design it for you. Pictures are worth 1,000 words. Let our photographers help you to make a statement. Want to make an impression with a beautiful arrangement? Speak with our floral designers. Zeal Enterprises, an all-inclusive event management company that provides complete consulting and coordinating services for weddings, anniversaries, reunions, theme and birthday parties, festivals, conventions, and conferences. Our team of professionals are excited to work with you. Call today, 866-494-5945, or go online to www.zealbnr.com to begin designing your event. Remember, in everything you do, do it with zeal.
We don't break the laws. We just make up our own. The internet's best choice for music. She's the boss. Radio Network.
Welcome back, everybody. We're getting unboxed tonight again. We are, if you want to be a part of the show, check us out on www.shesthebossradio.com. You can go down and actually click on the video portion and see the entire room, or you can go out to the social media pages as well. I'm there, so if we want to chit chat and ask questions to our special guest tonight, you can do that. Tonight we're bringing, first off, our show topic tonight is getting to know you, and why do we apologize for the things we really want. It's actually the spinoff of what we talked about last week. And I thought it was a really, really good topic because of what we're going to be discussing tonight and who we're going to be talking with tonight. I met this young lady a couple of weeks ago at the brunch, at the business brunch, and it was really, really awesome. We kind of connected. I always say, I go out and I meet a good girlfriend in a hot minute, and I'm like, I will meet somebody in a minute, because the messages that we have today, the stories that we have today, the things that are going on in our world today, they're just powerful. It is what it is. It's just powerful. And so tonight we're bringing my good girlfriend, my new good girlfriend, Nakia Pratt, to the show. And here's the thing, like, I was reading over your bio. I started reading your book. She's an author. I started reading your book, and I remembered the conversation that we had the day we met. And you was like, I want to do this and I want to do that. You said, I want to be an international speaker. And I was reading on your bio. She says she's an international. So I was like, okay, good girl. Because the conversation was, you want to, you're already doing it. You just did your book, you did, and now you're doing shows, you're doing radio, you're doing podcasts. So now you just hit the international stage and you just doing it already.
So God be the glory.
Amen. Yes, ma'am. So without actually, because I really personally couldn't give your story in your bio the credit that it needs, right? Just the mere fact that you are a licensed clinical social worker of 19 years,
Yes.
sis,
Yes, ma'am.
that right there,
Let
something
me
else
tell
like,
you.
good job. So just tell us, first off, we want to welcome you to the show.
Thank you.
It's awesome to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
But please tell us about yourself. Tell us about Miss Nakia Pratt, and then tell us about Nakia.
And then really tell us.
Right.
So I am Nakia Pratt, your favorite author, your favorite international motivational speaker, your favorite clinical social worker, and your favorite CEO.
Okay.
That is me in a nutshell. I'm a mom of 5.
Ooh, girl.
My oldest is 23. He just turned 23
Wow.
2 days ago.
You don't look like you got
I
no
know.
23. Don't we age well, won't we? Fine wine, won't we? Won't we?
And I am 43 today. Today is my
Happy
birthday.
birthday! Did you
Yes.
tell me that? You didn't tell me that.
I didn't tell you
Why
that.
you didn't tell me that?
I don't know.
Oh, Nikki.
I don't know. I'm focused.
That's
Focus
it.
right
Happy
now.
birthday. Don't make
Thank
me have to
you.
break out in the
I'm
song.
glad you sharing your birthday with us.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
What better place to be than here?
Oh,
Thank you.
well, take. Okay.
Yes, so I'm a mom of 5. I am also the assistant deputy director for Baltimore City, the largest child welfare jurisdiction
Oh, wow.
in the state of Maryland.
That alone.
But I grew up there.
Okay.
I've been there my 19 years.
Oh, wow.
Grew up there. I love being a social worker. I love being assistant deputy. It feeds me. It really
Okay.
does. And what else? I'm an author of Picture Perfect.
Yes.
Picture Perfect
Woo.
is inspired by true life events.
Okay.
Let me say that.
Okay.
So I'm a social worker of 19 years. I've been in CPS. I've been in the Ready by 21 program. So you can only imagine the things I've seen in my 19 years dealing with children who have been abused and neglected.
Yeah.
So that impacted how I wrote.
Okay.
My mom and dad, they've been together for 43 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I've seen a marriage go through and still hold it together and be happy to this day. So that was a lot of, so when you see the main character, Nina, you see me, you see my mom,
Okay.
you see my experience as a social worker, you see my grandmothers who were strong women, my aunties. So I was raised by a village of strong women. And so Nina encompasses all of that.
Okay.
Oh, my.
So when
Okay.
when you read about Nina, I'm trying not to let it out. When you
I
read about
know,
Nina,
y'all. It's going to be tough getting through this without
Yes.
letting stuff out because Nina's something else.
I love Nina. So, and everybody that picks up the book will be able to relate in some kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you have never experienced divorce. Even if there are other things, financial struggles, self-doubt, not knowing who you are, comparing yourself to others around you and being stuck. I had 2 men tell me. One man said, "This will help me with recognizing the signs of abuse that aren't so in your face. It's not a black eye,
Oh,
but it
no.
could be more emotional."
Mm-hmm.
Another guy said that it helped him in his relationship with his mom
Oh, wow.
because his mom reminded him of Nina, the main
wow.
character, and it helped him understand his mother a little better. And he said it started improving their relationship.
That's deep.
Yeah, that's great.
That's deep
Because-
that
yeah.
you're able to use
like
this
that.
book to be, at first glance you would think, okay, that's a book for a woman to yeah, but the fact that right there that's powerful within itself.
Yeah.
But I like what you just said because I'm being honest here. I have not got the opportunity to read it yet. But I mean, like I said, we've been discussing it prior to even getting on the air, and it definitely piqued my interest. But when you told me what she encompassed, the fact that she encompassed so many other, varieties of characters, and this way, you're bound to see someone someone or yourself in these situations, and seeing how she deals with different things and how that makes you, again, it does make you look like, wait a minute, oh, this is me. Oh, that's my mom, but that's my auntie right there, girl.
Yes.
And it gives you a way to
Yes.
have that conversation with other people as well, and it gives you a chance to identify. When you say, well, identify, who did you identify with
Yeah.
in her personality?
Exactly.
Yeah. And
And
here's
then
the
that
good
gives
part
a
though.
person a chance to.
Here's
right.
the good part. Don't let Nina get y'all in trouble. Go out here doing the things y'all done read Nina doing. Don't do it. Don't do it, sis. Don't let Nina get y'all in trouble.
Nina is bold. Okay?
Yes, she is. Don't let her
That's
get y'all
all
in
I'ma
trouble.
She is one bold cookie.
I wanted to ask you because we jumped into the Picture Perfect, which I
I'm
absolutely
sorry.
love. No, we're fine. No,
yeah.
you're fine. You're fine. But what I wanted to ask you about is what inspired you. Tell us about to know thyself, you know, because this is the CEO side, right?
Yes.
We got the author side, but I want to know about the CEO side.
So I have to give you a little backstory. So when I went through a divorce, similar to what Nina experienced, and it was tumultuous. It was painful. 3 beautiful children came from that marriage, and I don't regret it at all. Love my babies. And also, I'm stronger and wiser from that experience. But when I was going through it, I realized when my children started going to see their dad on the weekend, I was bored. I was lonely. I was crying. And wait a minute, that quickly changed. I see your face.
No, I'm with you. I get it.
Yeah,
Right.
but I was older. I did go through a divorce, but my child by that time was out on her own. So that's a different story.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just didn't know. I was left being the shell of the woman I once knew.
Yeah. Yeah.
That scared me. I was so frightened. I was like,
Now
who am
that
I?
I can identify with.
You know why? Because as a mother, we pour ourselves into our children.
Say it.
We just make sure their cups are always full. If you have a husband or even if you're just in a relationship, it's easy to get lost in that.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how lost I was. I convinced myself that filling up everybody else's cup, give me yours, come on, give me yours, baby, give me yours. I was on E.
Yeah.
I was empty.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I didn't know what I was going to find when I went on this journey to find myself. It quickly turned, let a couple weekends go by, and I was like, wait a minute now. Mama got to get a life. So I started on that journey. One day sitting outside a Bible study, God gave me the name To Know Thyself. And I said, wait a minute. I'm broken into 100 pieces right about now. I don't know if I'm coming or going. I have attorney fees. I have mortgage. I'm a single mom overnight of 3. Wait a minute. And I prayed over it. And through the journey of finding myself, it clicked. And I said, okay, I'm supposed to help others know the importance of knowing who you are. That is the roadmap to life. It's like your GPS.
Yeah, she talking, y'all.
It's your
She
GPS.
talking,
It's
right.
like when you get in your car, you have your GPS. The GPS is not going to stop the rain. It's not going to stop a possible accident. Life is still going to happen, even when you know yourself. However, when we get in our car, don't we feel a little more at ease driving? Because that GPS is going to help us get to our destination.
It's going to at least tell us the directions.
So when you know yourself, when you are in the midst of that rainstorm, you have a sense of peace that cannot be disturbed because you know who you are, you know your capabilities, you know who to surround yourself with, you know which room you belong in and which room you should stay away from. So there's a peace that comes with knowing yourself that it can't be disturbed, no matter the storm.
So listen, we gonna stick a pin right there because I'm loving everything about this, and that's probably why the chemistry and the energy beat when we met. It's like, oh wait a minute, because it's what you're saying. It's like we all kind of been down that road one way or the other. And so I'm loving just the fact that the book is To Know Thyself, and our conversation tonight is getting to know you, because there's so many women out here that really don't know themselves. And we get so caught up sometimes on having conversations with young people, telling them, you should know what you want to do. You should know where you want to go. You should know. You should have these goals. And at the end of the day, it's some grown tail women out here that just don't even know. So just the mere fact that we're having this discussion tonight, I'm super excited, because when we come back from our break, we're gonna have some real conversations about getting to know yourself and how do you do it? Like, we all have had those situations where we had to stand in the mirror and check ourselves, because we don't know. You lose yourself. You just don't know who you are. So we're gonna take our next break. Hey, don't leave. Go share this with a friend. Let them know that we have Miss Nakia Pratt in the building having we going deep. We gonna have a conversation tonight. Y'all lucky we gonna have cheese and wine in here today. So we'll be right back after this break.
You could listen to one of those other stations, but what would your friends think? You could listen to one of those other stations, but what would your friends think?
Beauty's in the eye. We complicate things when all along it's just perfect as it is. Beauty is from within. It's how you feel, not as how others see you. Skincare shouldn't be complicated. She's the Boss believes skincare should be nurturing, easy to use, smell delicious, feel refreshing, and look incredible. She's the Boss Cosmetics and Skincare brings you our botanical-based skincare line that's gentle, uncomplicated, and extremely effective for men, women, and youth. Feel confident and radiate a power glow that flows from the inside out. Exude an assurance that extends from the home into the conference room. Visit us at www.shes-the-boss.com or call us at 866-494-5945 to get yours today.
Yeah, that's the sound of today's business community. It's a dog-eat-dog world and only the strong survive. The challenge is navigating the ever-changing business environment to put your business in the forefront. So how does your business keep up with the changes? That's where She's the Boss Network comes in. She's the Boss Network is an internet media network that's been helping businesses like yours get the exposure that you're looking for at reasonable cost by way of radio and video. They'll help you stay successful by navigating change and seeing the big picture. After She's the Boss Network analyzes your business and marketing strategies, you'll start to see a media presence like you've never seen in your business before. And She's the Boss Network doesn't stop there. They use their findings to create a practical plan of action, a plan that will get your business from where you are to where you need to be. There you go. Lock those dogs up for good by giving She's the Boss Network a call at 866-494-5945, extension 101, or by checking their website at shesthebossradio.com. Again, that's 866-494-5945, extension 101, or shesthebossradio.com.
We don't break the laws. We just make up our own. The internet's best choice for music. She's the Boss Radio Network.
Welcome back, everybody. We are getting unboxed tonight. I hope you are enjoying the show, and I'm hoping that you are sharing the show. We're having a conversation. Sometimes those need to be had, and this is a good one. Getting to know you. Why do we apologize for what we really want? And we've stopped by having a conversation about the LLC called To Know Thyself. And so Nakia, who's our special guest tonight, was sharing with us how she got to getting to know thyself. And so we were saying before the break that sometimes as women we get caught up. We get so engrossed in family. Mm-hmm. We get engrossed in everybody else because by nature, that's who we are. We're caregivers. And so it's easy to kind of get lost in having that. My question to you, in getting to know yourself, I know we all had our own special ways of how that happened, right? Mm-hmm. How did you get to know you? For me, it was going through some things in my life that shattered me, right? And it made me look at me and see who I was, what I wanted, what I didn't want. How did that happen for you? And why do you think it seems like it always takes something that's tragic to happen before you make that change? Mm-hmm. So what are your thoughts about that?
So for me, it was the divorce. Okay. It just put me, it shattered my entire world. Divorce is a death. You know what I call that? I said, I'm mourning the walking dead. Mm-hmm. Everybody is still alive. Right. Everybody is doing well. But the family that I once knew, is no longer. Things have changed drastically. And so for me, I was stripped of everything. I was stripped of my title as a wife. A lot of times we don't even realize
Right.
we are functioning and living according to our titles
Right.
and what the world says
Yeah.
we should be doing.
Exactly.
And so I was stripped of the title of a wife, and I took that title very serious. So to be stripped of it, I felt spiritually naked. I felt like I don't have a covering anymore. Who's going to cover me now? And I'm like, oh no, I was lost. So for me, how I got to know myself, and I want to say this, you never arrive.
No.
Because we are always evolving.
Exactly.
You were just saying,
Yeah,
in
exactly.
your season of change.
Yeah.
So we're always evolving. You never arrive. You're always a work in progress to the day you die. So
Or you should be.
you should
You should
hopefully.
be. Yeah, you should
Oh,
be.
you are. Yeah, even if you
Even
don't
if you don't,
recognize
I-
it.
you know
But
what?
you
I
know
agree.
what
I
I'm
agree.
learning
I'm
and what
sorry,
I'm
but
seeing
you
a
are.
lot of today, and it kind of it's like ring the alarm. It concerns me. I hear a lot of people say it, and a lot of women say, you know, I go to work, I come home, I do what I do for my family, I go to sleep, I get up and I do it again, right? And that's why I say you should be. Because a lot of times it seems as though people are counting down the days. Why is it that you hear so many young people say, or, you know, not young, I'm going to say young because you're seasoned folks say, you know, I go home at the end of the day, I'm in the bed by a certain time, I get up the next day and I'm doing the same thing. To me, it's like it's like, what are you doing? Like life, when somebody asked me, what do I want to do I want to live, and what does life look like, that was important to me because no, I don't want to go work a 9 to 5, come home, go to bed, get up and do it all over again. So why it just bothers me, it concerns me because I'm hearing a lot of it more and more today that this is what life look like for people. Like, do you not see that there's so much on the other side? Like you went to bed at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, girl. Don't you know you could have been reading a good book?
The sun is
You
still
could've
up.
been right, okay? Yeah. So
No,
I
but there's
mean,
still so much to be done in between in that time.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
you're going to bed, like I said, you know, our grandparents, I must speak for my grandparents. My grandparents did. They
went to bed early.
Early, you know, like that. So I remember being over my grandmother. I told you that story, and I would be over my grandmother's house, you know, because my aunt would want to go out, and my grandfather had already passed. So one of my family members would normally go and stay with my grandmother. And, you know, there's still like daylight, and grandma would say to me, baby, you ready to go to bed? I'm like, so you know you were going to bed. But
Right.
my grandmother, the thing about it, my grandmother, even though she went to bed at a certain time, she always she rose up early.
She
in the
got up
morning.
early.
She got up in the early morning,
That's
but she
right.
had things that she was doing.
That's
So
right.
that's why she was in her right mind. That's why she was still healthy.
That's
like
right.
That and stuff.
Yeah.
Because she had things that she still was accomplishing.
That's
She
right.
wasn't just going to bed to get up to just to do stuff and then go
Right.
right back to bed. You know, like that. If you don't have something that's in your life that's going to keep you, you know, get that mind going.
Yeah.
You know, like that, just like you said, and you can get into that funk. And I know about what you're talking about because when I went through my divorce, I'm telling you, I have to say, this young lady over here, and in some ways, you were a savior to me because there was times when you would call me or something like that, and when I would just talk. But I had my share of tears. Believe
Right,
me,
right. Yes, rightfully so.
Yeah, you had the moments because again, I was with my husband. You know, from the age of 21, well, 20 actually, because I met him before I turned 21, until like I said, into my late 50s. So like I said, so
Yeah,
we're
that-
together basically. Like
You
I said,
you grew up
we
together.
grew up
Grew up
together.
And that's how it was with my marriage. We were together 22 years.
okay.
And it was like we grew up together, literally. And it was like, now what? Now what? I'm left here. And so for me, I did therapy. And I had to find the right therapist.
Yeah.
People have to understand you can interview
Yeah,
before
yeah.
you say I'm going to go with this
Yeah,
therapist.
yeah.
And I had to find the right one for me. And that started my healing journey. So I know some people, may not be keen on therapy, but I know nowadays
Oh my God,
we
yes.
push that because
Yes.
it is good.
Mm-hmm.
And my therapist actually, she encouraged me to write the book. And it was
Yes.
for me, it was so therapeutic.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever that thing is that you like, or even if you just explore. I never wanted to be a writer, an author. That was never on my to-do list. But because this tragic situation happened, and then I found through my resource of therapy, hey, wait a minute. And as I typed, it was like a release through my fingertips.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like, oh, now I know why they do art therapy, because it was releasing for me to let go.
I wanted to ask you this. When you were going to the therapist, right? Because I tell anybody, listen, I know people frown on it, but it's okay. It's good. You have to. Like today, we're living in so much. Is sometimes you just need to have somebody to have that conversation with.
A non-biased person.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes. And so, did you find when you were going to your therapist, I always felt like I was healing myself because it's like I was hearing the words of the madness that was going on in my world come out of my mouth, and it's like, oh, girl, you doing all that?
Was that me?
That was me.
Did I just say that?
Yeah, right. So
is my mic on?
Yes, right. It's like you're looking at yourself like, oh, you a mess.
Yes.
Like, so did you find that type of situation?
I did, and it's because of the space that you're in. When you're in there, you should feel safe. If you don't feel safe with your therapist, that's not the one for you. Like, exit stage left quickly.
Yes.
But I felt safe with her, and she was African American. That was important for me. I'm not saying that any other clinician of any other races are not as good, but for me and what I needed someone who understood my walk.
Okay.
Understood me a little better. Okay. And even when I didn't realize I sound crazy, she pulled me up. Wait a minute. I'm like, what? Right. Did you just really say? And I'll be like, yeah. And so she pulled me up on my stuff. And I needed it. I needed to hear that. So, yeah. Therapy was one way for me to get to know myself and strip myself of all titles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who am I beyond assistant deputy, social worker, mommy, wife, friend? Who am I beyond that? I had to strip myself and just really dig deep. Why do I think this way?
Yeah.
Where does this thought process originate from? Why do I lean into anger first before any other emotion? So therapy helped me dig into that.
So let me ask you this, because when I was going through my transition and my journey of figuring out who I was and who am I, what do I like? I grew up doing what everybody wanted me to do, right? Everybody, the whole thing in the family tradition was, you get your husband, you get you get your white picket fence, you have your kids, and you live happily ever after, right? So you have your career, you got to go to college and have your degree, so you got all of that, right? And so I felt like I was living the life everybody else wanted me to live. But when I went through all of the things that I was going through and I finally broke through and everything, it was like being broken and being rebuilt again. And then you met the Nakia, right? When you met the real Nakia, right? Sometimes we kind of give ourselves right?
I get excited about her. Okay, sorry.
Exactly.
That's what it's supposed to be.
But that's what I wanted to ask you, because that's how I felt. It's like, oh, I like her. I like her.
She's
Right.
Girl, where you been?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not the crazy one. You felt like it too. Okay.
So first of all, I don't know if you read in the beginning of the book my poem titled Me.
And that was in the beginning. I didn't see that.
Listen, you want me to recite it?
Go ahead.
Yes,
go ahead.
Give us a taste.
Right.
So Me is about anyone who has broken free from a toxic relationship, be it business, romance, friendship, a career, a job, whatever. So once you are free, you have found yourself and you are free to be yourself. So Me. The enemy once resided in me. Till I prayed for deliverance, he had no choice but to flee. God said, I got you. I said, Lord, it's your will. Satan was like a robber eating a banana. He peeled his wheels. There were no more vacancies in my residence inn. Satan vanished without a trace. Only took 48 hours to solve this case. Lies and deceit, they were all in front of me till I looked him in his eyes and said, you're no friend to me. Greatness is mine. I got too much ahead of me. And that poison you spew, it can't be attached to me. I allowed you to enter me. You tried to put an end to me. You were never my friend. You were more like my frenemy. No more you and me, because I've been set free. Now you're mad because I found me?
Ooh, and on that note, we're going to break. We'll be right back.
You could listen to one of those other stations, but what would your friends think? You could listen to one of those other stations, but what would your friends think?
Beauty's in the eye. We complicate things when all along it's just perfect as it is. Beauty is from within. It's how you feel, not as how others see you. Skincare shouldn't be complicated. She's the Boss believes skincare should be nurturing, easy to use, smell delicious, feel refreshing, and look incredible. She's the Boss Cosmetics and Skincare brings you our botanical-based skincare line that's gentle, uncomplicated, and extremely effective for men, women, and youth. Feel confident and radiate a power glow that flows from the inside out. Exude an assurance that extends from the home into the conference room. Visit us at www.shes-the-boss.com or call us at 866-494-5945 to get yours today.
Hey, I'm Jenny James for Neatly Done Carpet Cleaner. You've probably been home a lot more. Maybe you have kids like me who spill all the time, and you've noticed that your carpet's not looking so good. Why don't you call Neatly Done Carpet Cleaner? They use a dry extraction service, so you won't have wet carpet all day long, and you can get back to doing the things you love with your family immediately. And it's a way to make your room healthier while improving your indoor air quality. You can do tile, slate, granite, ceramic, area rugs, and yes, they're pet friendly too. Why don't you get a free, no obligation estimate today? NeatlyDoneSanAntonio.com.
We don't break the laws. We just make up our own. The internet's best choice for music. She's the boss. Radio Network.
Welcome back. Thank you all for getting unboxed with us tonight. I guess if you didn't hear that poem, you better go back and play and go back and listen. Because listen, if I would have read it in the book, I surely would have been able to read it like I just heard it. So yes, that was awesome.
Thank you.
That was good. That was definitely good. So before because time is going so fast, and we stopped before we could really get into To Know Thyself. So tell us a little bit more about To Know Thyself.
So To Know Thyself is actually extremely new. It is first came the book and then came To Know Thyself. So what I foresee in the future, what will happen, so I'm going to say it, I'm speaking in the affirmative. What will happen is I want to eventually hold workshops for women on different topics. I want to be a resource center for women just who need resources and assistance in any kind of way. I want to go international, continue internationally motivating folks. It's not just for women. It's for men and women because everybody needs to know who they are. So my goal is to travel the world. And I will.
Yeah.
I will travel the world spreading this message and giving folks the tools and resources to get to know themselves through my testimony, through my walk. If you look at my walk, a lot of times don't watch what people say. Don't listen.
Please don't.
Yes.
Watch the walk. And so if I can make it and come from being a single mom overnight of 3, not knowing who I am, being lost, anybody can do it. And so I want to encourage folks and let them know that they are worthy.
Yes.
They are worthy of love. Everyone has to know their self-worth and never settle for a penny less.
Ooh, you better teach it. Because
So that is
we
the-
settling for all them wood nickels today, aren't we?
So that's the goal. I will be a keynote speaker at the Comeback Champion Summit.
Okay.
So that will be a summit about people who have had setbacks and they came back. And now they are living the champion lifestyle. So I like to consider myself a champion.
Yeah.
You are all that. Exactly.
So that is coming up. And I have a couple of other things coming up. I have already started writing the second book.
Oh, wow.
My second book. I'm not going to say what it is yet.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have been asking for the sequel
Okay.
to Picture Perfect.
Okay.
So that is in the works as well.
Okay. So here's my favor that I need to ask. Today is not I want, it's I am. Yeah.
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, it's I am.
Yes.
Because you're all of that already. You're already
Yes.
doing just that. So you're all of that. So it's no longer I want, it's I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I listen.
that. I received that. I received it.
That was our conversation. Like, listen, you already doing it. It's not I won. Yeah,
Yes.
it is I am. And to know thyself is already there. It's already happening.
Yeah.
Right. You just did your first workshop right here tonight. We just had a whole conversation.
Come through, Jesus.
Okay. We just had a whole conversation.
Come on now.
So you just did. So you are doing it. So I'm super excited and proud. Of what you're doing and where you've come and how far you've come and how you did it. Because like I say, it's not easy. It's not easy. A lot of times we fall down and we lay there. I remember sometimes going through some stuff and I was like, Pam, I'm calling for my pity party. She's like, okay, I'll listen. But now it's time to pop all them balloons because the party is over. Don't lay there. Get out.
It's easy to stay there.
It really
it's
is.
easy.
Yeah.
She knows with me a lot of times when I do have my pity parties, and I tell people I
Don't
do
we
have
all?
a pity party,
Yeah.
but I always put a time limit on it. Okay, you can do this because I say, maybe I think it's just for me, just so I can get through that the emotional piece of that, and then I'm like, okay, gotta go now.
Right.
Right. Emotions first and then logic.
Yeah.
My
That's
mama
it.
will always say, you can get mad, you can stay upset, you could cry, but don't unpack your bags.
Okay.
Do not unpack.
I like that. That's
That's what she
good.
always told me. Don't unpack your bags and stay there, honey. That's
So-
not a permanent residence.
Right. So, Nakia, what do you want others to also take from reading Picture Perfect?
So again, to know yourself, know your worth. When you have that sense, there's a peace and a steadfastness that cannot be shaken. So that is the whole goal. Another thing I want people to take from it is no matter what life throws at you, always have an open heart.
That's good.
Always, you know what I said? I said, I do not want to be the old lady with cats, because I turned my heart cold to love.
Don't we gotta? But listen, we got some girlfriends like that. I'm like, girl, I'm about to buy you a bunch of cats.
Yes, I did not want to be that.
Yes.
And so when I opened my heart to love, when I started realizing who I was, I attracted what I was and what I needed. And not only what I needed, but what I could provide as well. So yes, I had some things that I need, but when I chose my next husband, who is Charles Pratt, I love him, loving my life.
Yeah, anyway, we was trying to get him to come in, but he like, no,
He
not
was like,
tonight.
no.
Yeah, not tonight. The camera's on. I'll wait.
When I
Right.
attracted him, I looked at what he needed. Can I provide that for him? Does he have what I need to provide for me? And I'm speaking beyond financial.
Right,
yeah.
right. It's so much
It's,
deeper than
it's
that.
so much deeper, spiritually, emotionally.
Yeah.
The support. If I say I want to climb the tallest tree in the world, I need a husband that is going to say, listen, I'm going to make sure you get the harness. I'm going to make sure you're safe while you're climbing.
Yeah.
I don't need a husband or someone, a partner that stifles my growth.
Okay, say that.
So,
Say
and
that.
that's my Charles Prey. He's everything. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I blush. It's
I know, right? They cute, y'all. They so cute.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry.
They are cute. So let me right.
That is definitely nothing
Oh
to
my
apologize.
Listen.
We're looking for.
yes.
Let me tell you. Look, you said you want to talk.
I
You
own
want
Charles.
right. You said you wanted to climb the highest tree. I wanted to climb a mountain. My baby's legs couldn't get to the mountain, but when I got up there, I got a little panic. Right, I'm up on the top of the mountain. I'm up there. What was that mountain? The mountain down there in Georgia. I'm up there trying to get to the top. Right, I'm up there like, okay, he talking me up there. You can do it. Keep going. I get to the top, and what do? I look back. So I froze because technically I'm a little shady of heights. Like I ain't know I was gonna get up there and not have nothing to hold on to. So I'm sitting there. He's like, I said, you got to talk me down because I'm not going to be able to come. Girl, by the time I got to the bottom, he was like, I don't know how I was going to do it, but I was about to come up and get you because I was like, oh, God, I'm up here. And how do I? But we all need that person.
Right.
And we all need that person because it's like, listen, I'm up here.
Even if it's your best friend.
That's it.
It doesn't have to be a husband or a wife.
That's right. That's right.
That's to know thyself.
To know
you gotta
thyself.
surround yourself with the right people.
Yes.
The people that you can feed into and then receive what you're giving, and vice versa.
So true. So true. And like she said, you got to have the open heart and be able to receive it because sometimes it's not always easy to receive.
Right.
It's not. That's why it has to be intentional for you to say, I'm going to have an open heart. And I was intentional and I spoke that over myself. I will not turn cold to love.
That's
because
wonderful.
I want to love and I will love. I am love. So I have no choice but to attract it.
Yeah, I like that because a lot of times when stuff happens to us, we do become bitter. You know, we do. It's a lot of sisters out here today a little bitter.
Yeah.
Y'all got to lighten up a
men
little
too.
bit.
Yeah,
So
it's
true.
a little men.
Yeah.
Right. Like I said, when
both.
you go through things, a lot of times, like I said, it can close the heart.
Yeah.
Because like I
Yes.
said, you're
That's
trying
a
to prevent
defense.
yourself from being hurt again. You're like that. It's not the average person is not saying, I'm going to be cold. It's
Right,
not that.
right.
It's that.
It's a
whatever
defense
the-
mechanism.
Yeah.
Right. It's that
So true.
defense
I gotta protect
mechanism, too.
myself
I
from
gotta
being
protect
hurt
myself. I
again.
got to make sure that, because when you open that heart up again, it's exposed.
Yeah.
And when
Vulnerable.
it's exposed, right,
Yeah.
right. When it's exposed, it's vulnerable to the touch.
Yes.
So true. So
Yes.
true. So how can our listeners follow you? How can we get in touch with you? How can we get the book?
Oh my gosh. How about that?
Right.
So, it is available on Amazon, paperback and hardback. It is available on Audible. I was in the studio, honey. I was in the studio. I narrated my book. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this
Yes, to the
thing.
narration.
Yes, and it's also available Audible, Google, and Google Play.
Okay.
Ebook. So, however you like your reading experience.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
what's
you.
up,
You
Nikki.
can also follow me at To Know Thyself LLC on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
I also have personal page. It's Meet the Pratts on Instagram and Charles Nakia for Life on Facebook. And on my personal pages, people get a peep into
Yeah.
me after the storm. So my walk.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you see the funny times, you see the reels, me and my children, my now blended family.
I love it. You my superhero. 5. Huh? Yes, ma'am. You my superhero.
Oh my goodness. So you get a glimpse into how getting to know who I am, how it has paid off in my life.
Okay. Good. So thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you for
Oh my
having
God.
me, ladies. I gotta come back.
Yes,
I feel like
ma'am.
this us giving you the birthday gift. You just
Gave us the birthday gift, right? I feel like we need a cake, a candle, or something going on down here. Oh my
Thank you
gosh.
for the gift.
Thank y'all for having me. Y'all gotta have me back.
Yes,
now.
of course. Anytime. Doors always open. Sis, I tell you, I say, you my new good girlfriend.
Yes.
And whenever you can come by and anything we can help you with, the door is always open.
I appreciate that.
Sure. So, guys, we hope that you enjoyed the show. If you did not, I did. Well, listen, I did. You know, it's always good to have some real conversations with people that are doing real things, right? Because again, the journey is not for us to hold on to. We gotta share it. Unless you want to go through it again, you might want to share your lesson. You don't want it to happen again.
No.
So thank you all again for tuning into the show. As always, we enjoy spending time with all of our boss because every one of you, whether you want to admit it or not, you run a business of some kind, be it in the home, the community, or the conference room. Tune into the show every Thursday night, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We enjoy hearing from you, talking to you, communicating with you. Please email us at info@shesthebossradio.com to connect with us on social media. Go to shesthebossradio.com. Oh, sorry. She's the Boss Radio on Facebook. She's the Boss Ready on Twitter without the R though. And www.shesthebossradio.com. Drop by, shoot us a line, tell us what you think, what you like to hear. Don't forget, there's no registration involved. You can watch some of the playback shows out there as well. And again, we look forward to seeing you next week. Again, we may have to have some spice, add some more spice to your life next Thursday. And so then everybody enjoy the warm. Nah, it ain't no warm. It might snow again.
You know March. You know how March do us.
Just continue to try to be your authentic self. That's
Yes.
it. There you go.
Yes,
How about
and
that?
stay blessed.
We don't break the laws. We just make up our own. The internet's best choice for music. She's the boss. Radio Network.